Yo, what is up there guys? This week we go from missed shots, Kaiser slander and goals to trauma. This chapter brings us a snippet of Kaiser's life from his younger years. And this feels strange to start one of these off like this, but here we go. The chapter begins with a drunken oaf of a man perched on top of a young Michael Kaiser, choking him against the floor. With the text reading, "The boy's name is Michael Kaiser. His childhood was something no child should want or ever endure." We find out that Kaiser is the product of a broken Hollywood romance, with his father taking ownership over him after his mother left to pursue stardom. His father slips into poverty, partaking in acts like gambling to get by, abusing Kaiser on a regular basis. His father would regularly instruct him to go to work. He knew this as stealing. Kaiser got good at robbery, with failure to return anything resulting in a number of beatings from his father. He threatened to kill him once, over failure in returning milk to help his father shit. Michael's name, which was given to him by his now estranged mother, was never uttered by his father, and the beatings would continue even outside of being spurred on by forgetfulness. Kaiser knew this as him beating whatever connection his father still had to his mother, as a sign of pure resentment. Yet, the father treasured a rose that was once given to him by his mother. This Kaiser couldn't understand. Why treasure something from someone who ruined your life? Yeah, I'm a piece of garbage. The woman I loved discarded me. I'm a worthless nobody whose talent has withered, a wretch with nothing going his way. But you're below that. You're the fucking scum that me and that bitch spawned. You're subhuman, incompetent, worthless, Untermensch piece of worthless trash. Through his tears and strained eyes, Kaiser could see his father's face. His eyes focused, his arms bulging. There's nothing a kid Kaiser's age could do in this situation. Just a quick side note here, Untermensch is a term generally used to describe someone as subhuman. It had a particular prominence during Nazi Germany, used to describe those who were the targets of the Third Reich. By this description alone, you can picture how vile it is for a German father to say this to his German son. I didn't think that I'd be discussing this in a Blue Lot review, but here we go. As he grew older, Kaiser had the desire to leave this horrid place he was in. He scrounged money from the stolen items he accrued, his first moment of defiance. It was because of this that on his 12th birthday, Michael decided to buy himself something. He wanted something that lasts, not caring what it was, only wanting something to live for. That's enough for me. When I throw the ball, it flies away. When it hits the wall, it comes back to me. Even when I get angry and punch it, I kick it with all my strength. It never cries or gets angry. Even when things got rough, it was always silently by my side. Kaiser cherished the ball he bought for himself. He thought that they were both pieces of trash. We see Kaiser curled up, falling asleep, dreaming of getting out of this hellish nightmare, clutching at his ball. One day, some thieves robbed a jewellery store. Michael wasn't involved, but they ratted him out as an accomplice to their heist. Though, this time around, Kaiser was completely innocent. He was framed. His father again berates him, beating him with a bottle as police try to restrain him. Then, as the police search the house, they find Michael's stash of money. Michael isn't fazed by his father's threats to use the money for himself, thinking he can just start over, a defeated look in his eyes. Then, the police bring over Kaiser's ball. His father, thinking that Michael stashed money away inside, goes to break it open. Near his father in the jaw, Kaiser knocks him to the ground. Something that boy snapped. No, not snapped, born would be more accurate. That something is identity. These are the words the narrator tells us as Kaiser bloodies the surrounding officers, landing himself in prison shortly after. An unknown man pays him a visit. "Do you love football? If you do, I'll get you out of here. Ray Dark, PIFA licensed agent." End of chapter. Well, okay, I wasn't expecting that this week. I knew he had a sad backstory, but that far surpassed what I had in mind for him. As messed up as it is, this chapter does illustrate why Kaiser exhibits some of the traits he does. For instance, the self-harm and him choking himself is likely him replicating the same thing his father laid upon him all of those years. His ownership of Ness may be a form of controlling the few things in his life that he can after being completely powerless through his childhood. What's also interesting is that we get a character reveal for the shady PIFA president that we were teased on just before the PXG match. It seems next week we will be continuing Kaiser's backstory and possibly his meeting with Noah. So, I'll see you all next week for chapter 261, Malice. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit more into football this time.